why most people quit right before success. There's a strange pattern that shows up in almost every success story. The founder who almost shut down the company the month before it went viral. The writer who almost deleted the manuscript the week before it got accepted. The athlete who cried every morning during training camp and then made the team. They all almost quit, not at the start, at the end, right before it finally worked. It is not a coincidence. Quitting right before success is not bad luck. It is how the process is designed. And if you don't understand the design, you will do what most people do. You will leave right when you should have stayed. Here's what's really happening in that moment. 1. The delay between effort and reward breaks most people. Your brain is built for instant feedback. You touch fire, you feel pain. You eat food, you feel full. It wants cause and effect to be close together. Real success doesn't work like that. Real success works like planting bamboo. For years you water it and nothing happens. No sprout, no sign. Then in the 5th year, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. All the meaningful things in life have a lag. You go to the gym for a month and look the same. You post content for 3 months and get 20 views. You work on your business for a year and make less than you would at a normal job. You save money for a year and still feel broke. This period is called the Valley of Disappointment. Your effort is compounding underground, but your results are flat above ground. Most people look at that flat line and make a logical but wrong conclusion. This isn't working for me. So they stop watering. A few weeks later, the seed they planted would have broken the soil. They will never know. The people who win are not the ones who never felt that doubt. They're the ones who kept watering without proof. Right before you win, progress becomes invisible. In the beginning, progress is obvious and exciting. You know nothing about fitness, you start lifting, and in a month, you're much stronger. You know nothing about writing, you start writing, and in a month, your writing is much better. Then you hit a wall. You're not getting worse, but you're not getting obviously better either. This is not a plateau. This is refinement. Going from 0 to 70% is fast and visible. Going from 70 to 95% is slow and invisible. But that last 25% is where all the value is. That's what separates decent from exceptional, amateur from professional. The problem is, no one claps for invisible progress. Your friends don't notice. Your bank account doesn't show it. Your brain, which loves visible wins, gets bored and restless. So people quit and say, "I'm stuck." They weren't stuck. They were in the final polishing phase, which feels like nothing is happening, but is actually everything. Your old identity fights to stay alive. Every new level of life requires a new version of you, and your old self does not want to die quietly. You want to be an entrepreneur, but you've always seen yourself as an employee who plays it safe. You want to be disciplined, but you've always been the funny, distracted one. You want to be successful, but your family has always struggled, and success would make you different. Right before you break through, you have to let go of who you used to be. That's an identity crisis, not just a business or fitness challenge. That's why self-sabotage shows up so late in the game. You start missing deadlines you never missed before. You pick fights. You procrastinate on the most important launch. You spend the money you were saving. Consciously, you want success. Subconsciously, your nervous system is saying, "This is unfamiliar. Unfamiliar is dangerous. Let's go back to what we know." Most people don't quit the goal. They quit because they were not willing to become the person who could achieve it. The difficulty spikes at the end, not the start. We imagine success like climbing a hill that gets easier near the top. The opposite is true. In a marathon, mile 22 feels infinitely harder than mile 2, even though you are closer to the finish. You are more tired. The novelty is gone. The pain has accumulated. The same happens in business, in art, in relationships. Right before success, problems get more complex, not simpler. At the start, your problem was, how do I get one customer? Near the end, your problem is, how do I manage 50 customers, hire, pay taxes, and not burn out? It is a higher quality problem, but it is still harder. Your brain misreads this spike in difficulty as a warning sign. It thinks if it was meant to be, it would be getting easier. In reality, difficulty is confirmation. If it were easy now, it would mean you were still at the bottom. You are using the wrong scoreboard. The fastest way to feel like a failure right before you win is to measure the wrong thing. If you only measure outcome, you'll lose motivation 90% of the time. Outcome is likes, followers, money this month, weight on the scale. Outcome is slow and noisy. If you measure process and growth, you can win every single day. Did I show up? Did I learn one thing? Did I do the hard thing I was avoiding? Did I build a system that will pay me later? Winners don't have better discipline by accident. They have better scoreboard. They count inputs, not just outputs. They count reps, not just trophies. And because their scoreboard gives them energy every day, they stay long enough to see the outcome change. Loneliness is loudest before the breakthrough. At the start, people cheer you on. New business? Amazing. New diet? You got this. In the middle, they go quiet. You are no longer new, but you are not successful yet. You are in the awkward middle where no one understands why you are still trying. You feel isolated. You start to wonder if you are delusional. Everyone else seems to be living a normal life, while you are obsessed with something that hasn't worked yet. That loneliness makes quitting feel rational. It feels like you are choosing sanity. What you don't see is that every person who made it sat in that exact loneliness. Success requires a period where you believe before anyone else does. So what do you do when you're in that moment right now? First, expect it. Write it down. In 3 months, I will want to quit. That will be normal. When it arrives, you won't think you are broken. You will think you are on schedule. Second, give your goal an unfair timeline. If you think it should take 6 months, commit to 18. When you give it longer, you remove the panic of being late, and you stay long enough for luck, skill, and compounding to meet. Third, stop asking, is this working? And start asking, who am I becoming? The first question makes you quit. The second question makes you grow. Fourth, find one person who is 2 years ahead of you. One conversation with someone past the dip can give you more belief than a year of motivational videos. Most people do not fail because their dream was too big. They fail because their patience was too short. The universe does not test you with failure. It tests you with delay. It asks, do you want it badly enough to keep going when there is no proof? If you can stay when everyone else would leave, you won't need to worry about competition. There will be no one left on the field except you. And that's exactly when it finally works. Follow Mindset King. We study what others ignore.